Hi everyone, and welcome back to Exercising with the Running Species. I know that I said that I would maybe be back on Monday evening um, after the weekend's backyard ultra, but Monday and Tuesday I was still a little bit emotionally vulnerable about having to leave my son behind. Um, but I'm just so grateful that I got to spend that weekend with my son there, just cheering me on. And it was just such a beautiful experience. Like, we arrived at King's and um, we parked up, we had our sleep, and the next morning we woke up and the event started at 9 a.m. And my son quickly made a friend that he could play soccer with and enjoy the atmosphere. And yeah, it was just so beautiful to be going in loops and watching him on every loop, just having his friend playing soccer with his friend. And every time I passed, I was like, hey, I love you. And he's like, love you, mom. And it was just like priceless, priceless. Like, I could not put an amount of money on what that experience was like. I achieved my goal. I got through 100 kilometers, and I got to experience that, having him right there, sharing that moment with me. And yeah, that's something that nobody could ever take away from me, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful that he got to see so many amazing runners. He I don't even think he knows the extremity of the achievements of the people that he got to interact with that weekend. I It's just so amazing. Like, my son was sitting and having conversations with Sam Harvey. You know what I mean? We were like all sitting around a heater in the middle of the night, just having conversations and connecting, just all of us humans. Like, no matter what your life experience, no matter what your achievements, no matter how far you've run, like, we were just all there connecting and having conversations and enjoying an experience together. And yeah, it just also a massive shout out to Coach Kendall. Like, he's just his strength, um just the strength of his presence. um like, he doesn't even need to say a word. um it really, really helps me, like, push through hard loops where you kind of feel like, maybe I can't do this. Like, just not giving any attention to what's happening in your head and focusing on, like, just get back out there and just do another one, just do another one, just do another one. And just also Roberta, yeah, she was just amazing. I loved spending most of my loops I spent with her. A lot of other guys, you know, and we interacted, and that's just the community of it, is obviously running past people. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Okay, yeah, it's great. Like, keep going. It's just, yeah, there's nothing can replace that. Like, nothing, nothing, nothing. And as much as we all as individual athletes, like, are pushing ourselves to our next level, like, the feeling of support and encouragement from every other athlete out there that's pushing themselves to their next limit is just, it's incredible, because we can all be there wanting to achieve a goal, but we still are encouraging and supporting each other at the same time. And yeah, it's just like, yeah, so cool. Anyways, that's my update. So here we are for our 30 minutes of exercise. Let's just start with, again, becoming present in this moment. You deep breaths, rolling your neck. Hanging. Obviously, my body's going to be feeling a little bit different today after having run 100 kilometers in 12.34 hours. That is taking out the, what, like 6 to 8 minute rest on every loop. So I did 100 kilometers in 12.34. I think that's correct. Stretching to the ceiling. And dropping back down. Which is really, really awesome, because that worked out to 1,500 meters of elevation. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with that. It's 12.34, 100 kilometers, 1,500 meters of elevation. Rolling your shoulders back and down, back and down, back and down. Okay, we're going to go into stretching over side. I'm just really, really proud of how my body kept it together for that 100 kilometers over 12.34, 12 hours. 15 hours, but yeah, that's including the rest at the end of every loop. Because again, for those who don't know what a backyard ultra is, a backyard ultra is 6.7 kilometers on the hour every hour. So if you complete 6.7 kilometers before the hour is finished, depending on if you come in at 50 minutes for that 6.7 kilometers, you have 10 minutes to rest. If you come in at 5 minutes to rest, that means you've done 6.7 kilometers in 55 minutes. And so depending on what you're wanting to achieve, you pace yourself according to how much rest you need to achieve what you've got to achieve. And so I find that for me, coming in at around 52, 53, 54 kind of gives me enough really gives me enough rest. To go out on that next lap at 60 minutes. So they will blow a whistle at 3 minutes to go. Then they'll blow another whistle at 2 minutes to go. And they'll blow another whistle at 1 minute to go. And then you have to line up at the start, and then they'll count 30 seconds, 15, 10, and then go. And then all runners go again for their next lap. And this is what we do over and over and over until you can't run anymore. So we have people that will come there with the goal of running a marathon, which is 42.2, obviously. We'll have people that will come there wanting to achieve 50 kilometers, so they'll get to that 50k mark. And let's go into some lunges. So they'll get to that 50k mark and then they'll drop out. And then we had some people dropping out at around 70, 80 kilometer mark. And then at 100 kilometers, we had quite a few people drop out. And then some people will want to achieve a miler, which is 160 kilometers. And then yeah, from 160 kilometers onwards, those are the people that are in it for like literally to the end. And if they drop out, you know that that wasn't, definitely wasn't because they wanted to drop out. So between 160 kilometers onwards, yeah, it's gets pretty darn serious out there. But still, people keep smiling and laughing, cheering on, and yeah, everybody is just amazing, just really, really amazing. Just so incredible to be surrounded by human beings that can push themselves to those extremes. Yeah, really, really awesome. Okay, do some stretching this way. So what I'm doing here is I'm going down sideways, but then I'm pushing back and then coming forward. So this is working the hip, right? So if you imagine the hip in your mind, you're going in and then to the side, and you're trying to work that whole hip joint when you're doing this motion. Down, back, to the side, and forward. And then we want to do the other one. Down, back, right, So that's really getting into that hip joint. All right, so worked on those. I want us to just do some calf raises. So we're going to come up onto our tippy toes and go down, and then maybe lift your toes up, roll backwards onto your heel, and then come back up, and then roll backwards, come back up, roll back, lift your toes, come back up, roll back, lift your toes, come back up, roll back, lift your toes. That's it. So it's quite interesting because while doing the backyard ultra, I'm like, you know how people are like, yeah, add me on Strava. Yeah, add me on Strava. Yeah, cool. Okay. I'm like, yeah, add me on YouTube so that I can get more followers. Running Species. And, I usually do these videos, the Running Species, um, thinking like that I'm helping people that maybe are just starting out, you know, or people that are just looking for advice or a different perspective or something more gentle on their body than like the average person who's going to be like, go, 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 grind, 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 you know, like, okay, now I just want to bring the one toe up while you're driving the other heel in, twist to the side, bring that foot down. Now we're doing the other way. Okay, twisting to the side. Yes, twist to the side. Okay, foot up, turn, twist. Yeah, so these movements that I do is pretty much working on full range of motion within the body's mobility spectrum. And the thing is that you can be an excellent runner, but you can be pushing your body to the limit every single day. And you know when you're doing it, right? And you know when, okay, so now I just want you to tap and kick your butt. But the butt kick is more bringing your leg in, like in and up, rather than like that. That's just a hamstring twitch. But this is a motion. Tap in. This thing of so that's like a range of motion, whereas a butt kick is just a twitch of a hamstring. Okay, so this is more like a let's copy what it's like when we actually go through a range of motion through our stride. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, let's move on to the other leg. And also, my videos are not necessarily for only runners. Like, my videos are also very achievable for like moms that have just had their babies that really just want to, let's just get up like off the couch and like have 30 minutes of movement and conversation together. Yeah. other side. Now I want you to start bringing it up and out a little bit. And we'll work on that front. Okay, and the other side, up and out, up and out. I just think about this 100 kilometers that I've done over this weekend and think of the massive gains and adaptations that my body has undergone for 15 hours of continuous running. It's just incredible. And, you know, like I know that what I achieved in the greater scheme of things, like the King's Weekend, is actually like minute compared to what everybody else achieved. Well, everybody over and above that, the goals that they had set for themselves, you know, like it's always amazing sharing that moment with somebody when they have actually succeeded achieving a goal that they set out to achieve. And to have so many PBs, we're going to go into squats, to have so many PBs in one weekend, to be able to share with so many people, just bloody incredible. I want for my son to be around people that expect so much of themselves, you know, like not necessarily for him, it's not for him to force him to become a runner or an ultra runner. It's for him to be around people that cannot achieve what they achieve if they have a negative mindset. There is no way that you can go above and beyond running an ultra marathon with a negative mindset. You literally have to keep yourself positive every single step of the way during that run in order to achieve your goal. The minute you start going into a negative mindset, you will start spiraling and you'll flake. You'll give up. You'll step out like, I'm not worth this. I can't achieve this. Like, why am I even doing this? Da, 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 da. No. So, what I love about having to share this experience with my son is that he gets to surround himself in this environment where there are just so many amazing people with such growth mindsets. They have an amazing capability of maintaining a growth mindset. The achiever, the positivity, the growth mindset. Like, if there's anything in this world that I wish for my son, it is that. Not to be surrounded by somebody who continuously complains, who continuously looks for problems, who doesn't problem solve, but always wants to create problems. That's not what I want for my son. That's not the kind of mindset that I want my son to adopt. So having my son be a part of the ultra marathon community is something that I never imagined, but something that I am so, so, so grateful for. Like, priceless. Priceless. And I know there's just many more to come. Because next goal, 160 kilometers. And if I reach 160 kilometers and I can go more, that goal just moves up. Just moves up. So we'll do that. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to kick back, kick back, kick back, kick back, kick back, kick back, kick back. Oh, that feels great in the glutes. You can imagine that beautiful feeling back there in the glutes after an accumulative 1,500 meters of elevation gain through 15 hours of running. Well, the goal just extends. That is the beauty of ultra marathons. You get to achieve your goals and experience it with these athletes that are just extraordinary. All right, that's us, guys. We're going to breathe it out again. And we're going to bring our heart, hands to our heart. And we're going to thank our body once again for being there for us through every single situation that we find ourselves in. Thank every cell in your body for the support and the provision. Feel the gratefulness. Until next time, see you tomorrow for the next 30-minute exercise.